Has approved the development of an all-weather deep-water port at Vadhavan near Dhanau in Maharashtra. The port will cater to large container vessels and will be jointly constructed by the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority and the Maharashtra Maritime Port. The JNPA chairman has said that construction of this port is critical as the JNPA and Mundra port will be reaching maximum capacity soon. Rachna is here with us on the specifics of the Vadhavan Port. Rachna, tell us about this project. When is it likely to be completed?
Well, it is the Vadhavan Port that will be constructed in Dahanu near Palghar. It will be a joint venture, like you said, between JNPA with a 74% stake and the Maharashtra Maritime Board with 26% equity. The total project cost is set at about 76,220 crore rupees. The project will be developed in two phases. First will be ready by 2029 and second by 2037. It will be designed to hold 23 million 20-foot equivalent TEUs, which no other port in India can due to natural limitations. With 9 container terminals, each about 1,000 meters in length, the port will be equipped to harbour the largest vessel in the world that carries about 24,000 TEUs, which up until now, no other port in India has the capacity to. And so if the containers on the vessel now have to come to India, they now have to first go to either UAE, Colombo or Singapore, shift to a smaller vessel and then make their way to India again. But with Vadhavan, that won't be the case anymore. In fact, because Vadhavan will be able to accommodate large vessels like Singapore and Colombo, for other smaller ports, this would open up an additional revenue stream. This is also a mega green port. Mega because of its size and green because it's going to be carbon neutral. The port is also expected to aid trade flow through India Middle East Europe corridor, the IMEC, and International North-South Transportation Corridor, the INSTC. It will also be the first state-owned port to be developed in 2 decades after Kamarajar Port was built in 2001. Although the proposition for Vadhavan started in 1991, the project was always engulfed with challenges that came in form of approvals, protests from local fishermen, the village community. So now the promises made by JNPA are that not a single tree would be chopped down and 90% of the 12 lakh jobs that the port will create will be reserved for the localites. I spoke to the chairman of JNPA, Unmesh Wagh, asking him about the challenges faced and how they overcame those. Here's what he said.
We will have that environmental impact assessment and accordingly a plan will be put up so that it will be a minimum. And we did that. That's why we got all the clearances. We did more than 30 studies with various agencies. So that is a full fruit case. Then another aspect of the social aspect, most of the aspect, because initial plans were having some flooding or some rehabilitation issues, we just changed the plan, took it inside sea. Do you believe that this size of project is coming and we are not touching one mangrove tree?
Well, with that, it's a wrap on Business 360. But as we go, here's a quick note.